Welcome to the Liminal Open Codex. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Liminal Codex. This is Anna, and we are going to be taking a look at the month of March 2026, guys. I know, I can't believe that we're already here, but yep, here we are. So there are 4 weeks and some odd days in the month of March, so we're going to look at each week week by week. Do keep in mind that these energies are subject to change. The further out that we look, then the more likely we are to see a difference in the reading and the actual. If you want to fast forward to the week that you're currently looking at, always come back, guys. So at the end of March, come back and say, oh, that did happen, but that did not happen. And the reason for that was, I mean, you can always come back and take a look. If you get to the third week of March and you don't remember the reading, bookmark it and come back. All right, so today, the sun wanted to come out from the Mystic Mouse Tarot. Leo could be significant, all right? You could have significant placements in Leo. This could be talking about Leo season, okay. It could be talking about Pluto oppose Leo, the moon in Leo, or that solar eclipse that we just had with Aquarius oppose Leo. All right, so yeah, there's a lot going on right now. We have Mercury in retrograde that's going to go direct on March 20th. We also have the lunar eclipse that is going to be happening the very first week of March. All right, so go back and take a look at that video if you missed that one as well. Alright guys, for a more in-depth personal reading, you can always find the link for that in the description box down below or at Etsy. And if you're interested in any of the decks that I have, this is not mine, but these are. This is the Last Unicorn Tarot. So for the first week of March, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So focusing on mastering something or focusing on what works or work in general. For the second week, I am kind of not surprised to see the Tower and the 4 of Swords come through. It's almost like we're... and then we have the 2 of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's kind of like we're going through a bit of a rough patch, taking some time out, and then we have the Devil. They're telling me to take that one. Judgment was underneath of that, by the way. Heavy Plutonic energy. I feel like there will be a lot of changes this month just because of the astrology. This could be global change because we are shifting into more of a collective consciousness. There is a collective awakening. All right. The Devil is Capricorn. It is about being chained or bound to anything. You may be going through a period of this month deciding what it is that you want to commit your time, effort, and energy to, what it is that needs to come down and what needs to be healed as a result of whatever this Tower moment is. We'll get more into this, of course. I'm going to be using 2 separate decks, so we will clarify. We have Justice here. This could be about karmic justice. This could be about justice in general, all right? Just choice, just decision. This could be about the truth and nothing but the truth. This could be law and legalities. Be careful, especially in Mercury retrograde, about any contracts that you sign. Read and reread the contract, guys. Especially if you're working together with someone, the 3 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Be wary of too much impulsivity here. And the King of Wands underneath of that, yeah. You may find that you get yourself in a situation where you have to rebalance. I see 2 cards of balance here. The 2 of Pentacles can lend itself to balance. It can also be about taking on too much. Be careful that you don't get, I'm seeing here, just in the month of March in general, a potential for burnout and needing to take some time to rest. I mean, literally. Okay, I know that we do have, we've got Neptune and Saturn, like, right there in Aries. And it's really lighting a fire under our arches, saying that thing that you've been dreaming about, yeah, get working on it. but work on it and through it. I feel like this is urging you or warning you a bit not to become obsessed with it or not to rush too quickly on whatever this is. It really could, especially with the astrology and the King of Wands underneath the bottom of the deck, Leo, Sagittarius energy here, be about a creative project or endeavor. Justice is about, is Libran energy. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these to the side. I will reference them at the very end. And let's go ahead and start with the Eight of Pentacles at the beginning of the month. Please, ladies. Thank you. The Star. Okay, you're working toward a goal here. I mean, yeah, that's a duh kind of thing here. Wish fulfillment. The Star. Aquarian energy. Putting in the hard work, mastering what you need to realize this. I feel like it's slow going, though, here with the Nine of Wands. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles, 9-9, could be significant. You may be pushing yourself a bit too fast, too hard here toward personal independence. That is wish fulfillment. And I feel like you're working hard at it. From the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, you're making progress. If this is an attempt at sovereignty, at individuality, at making yourself sovereign on your own, independent, I really do feel like, and this is Venus and Virgo, this is pre-Empress energy, regardless of gender, it does not matter, there is no gender in my tarot. So this is a healing experience. The Star is hope, faith, and healing. It's Aquarian energy. It is also a dream, I wish upon a star, right? The Light and the Hermit's Lantern, what you've been on the hunt for, searching for in the dark. It's a guiding light, something to set your compass by, right? Why the Tower and the Four of Swords? I feel like this is almost, I want to see what comes out in the cards, and then I'll speak. Scorpio and Aries energy in the Tower. Why the Tower and the Four of Swords, please? The Six of Wands. The Two of Cups. And the Page of Cups. I do want to say that it feels as if you're very near a breakthrough for those of you who are resonating. I feel like taking it easy on yourself is going to be exceptionally important. The Two of Cups, it can be a relationship, but more than that, it is a connection with you and your higher self. The Page of Cups, a message, an emotional message. I really do feel like reading this intuitively, I feel like you're going to receive an emotional nudge from your higher self about when the moment is near. And I feel like it's near. When the moment is near. Not when the moment is upon you, but when the moment is near. Until then, I would say, keep pressing forward, but do so at a steady pace. You are making progress. It is not about how fast you go. It is about whether or not you reach and realize this this star, this destination, this ideal. The Six of Wands is success after conflict. So I almost get the sense that you have fought very diligently for whatever this is. Congratulations, I want to say, but I also want to emphasize the need for looking after one's personal mental health, emotional health is really coming through. You can work so very hard to amass a vast fortune, but mental health and emotional stability is not always something that you can purchase or buy. It comes from within, and it comes from the people that we surround ourselves with. Some of us always think, and I was at this place myself. Once I ... then I'll be happy. Once I achieve ... I will be happy. That can be true to a certain extent, but don't limit yourself to that. Once you reach that ... set another goal for yourself. Take a rest in between that and continue to push forward. Don't rush the process. Enjoy the process. I feel like this victory happens maybe with the Four of Swords here to the Tower. You may not even notice it. It may be such a gentle tower, or it may be a sudden realization that, oh, all I had to do was sit, be still, and allow what I've already put into motion, I've already mastered here, to just allow itself. And it could be a creative endeavor. Maybe something takes off. Hopefully this YouTube channel. No, I'm kidding. But hopefully something does begin to accelerate, take off, pick up speed to the point where you're saying, it is successful. I did follow my passion. I did work hard. I did master whatever skills I needed to go after this ultimate wish fulfillment. Now I can sit back and allow the success to flow. The Tower is a shakeup of something in our lives. It can be about the disillusion of the ego. We are going to be seeing that with the North Node opposite the Sun, or I'm sorry, conjunct the Sun. If there's anything that you have been saying with pride, the Six of Wands, I just want to say, this is not going to be for everyone, but if you have been very, very prideful and saying, I'm going to put up my guard against something because I am, I know that I'm right. I know that I have the high ground here. I know that be wary of falling victim to one's own pride. You may find out that it is, in fact, your downfall. Be humble is what I want to say. Yeah, practice restraint. Look, I'm only saying we've got the Tower here twice. For the first half of the month. Practice restraint. Whatever this is, use some restraint. Okay? When you are hanging a picture and you go to pick up a hammer to put the nail into the wall, it's probably best not to grab the 50-pound sledgehammer, right? Know what tool to use for the job. Strength, Leo, the Tower yet. Again, Scorpio and Aries and the Six of Cups. Could this be a potential reconciliation? Yes, it could, especially with the Two of Cups here and the Six of Cups. The Tower twice, unexpected, yes. Communication, yes. Am I saying that's what it is? Not necessarily. For some of you, it could be. For those of you who are not wanting it, don't start screaming at me. Just tell the person no. Offer that they may come in with an apology. Practice restraint. Don't bite their head off. For some of you, with the Eight of Swords here, you're like, yeah, I refuse to be trapped in that situation again. Ooh, yeah. For some of you, I feel like it's you may have fought long and hard to acquire this personal stability, and you are protecting it. This is wish fulfillment for you. If this is something that you've recently gotten out of and it is coming back trying to get your attention, you always have the right to block this person out, to say, no, I'm not interested. If you're afraid that they will come in and disrupt what it is that you have already built, if anything is threatening to come in and block your peace with the Four of Swords, your connection to your higher self with the Two of Cups, your success and victory after a long battle, you have the right to say no. Absolutely, 100%. Especially with the Tower twice, I'm no longer thinking that this is something that is unexpected. I think this has the potential to be unpleasant. Something that you weren't preparing for. Looking at the Two of Pentacles and the Devil here, again, I'm saying, do not rush. Especially with the law, legality, pace yourself. The Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. Haste makes waste. Don't get into something that you have a difficult time getting out of, especially with justice being there. If you sign a contract and you figure out this is not what I thought it was, it may be something that you have to take measures to get out of. It's just best, if you're uncertain, to not get into a situation like that if you can avoid it. Okay, I was not ready for that. The Three of Wands. Okay. This is the Aphrodite Tarot. Oh, the Three of Wands. For some of you, the Two of Pentacles with the Three of Wands, this just came out. I'm not counting this. I will, however, put it down here. I feel like, some of you are saying, how do I get out of this? How do I move forward? How do I turn my back on this and look toward the future? I want to redirect my attention toward something that is off in the distance. I now have a new goal. I now have a new ship that is coming in. I now am focusing on something else. If you did meet whatever goal this was, wish fulfillment, this is saying, okay, all right, should I, the Two of Pentacles, should I go ahead and plant seeds to move this needle even further, especially if this is something having to do with a creative endeavor or an entrepreneurship, starting a business, doing something. And the reason I'm saying that is that the astrology is rife for it. Make sure that you're making good business choices and that you are letting people in, that you are trusting that Three of Pentacles. You may be putting your work on display, but with the Three of Pentacles, you may be partnering with someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart. Really be judicious about who it is that you let into a project, if this is a project. The Two of Pentacles. What is the Two of Pentacles? We're moving into the third week. The Ten of Swords. Oh, wait, sorry. The Seven of Swords. Sorry. You may be questioning someone's loyalty. You may be questioning whether or not you're being deceived, whether or not you're... Yeah. We're having a lot of masks come off with Neptune and Aries conjunct. This is going to continue to have a bit of a ripple effect. All right, this is that large rock that is dropped in the lake or in the pond, and the ripples are going to continue to spread out over the course of weeks, possibly months. Those two planets are going to be really close together for a considerable amount of time. So, the Eight of Swords here. You may be very much stuck in your mind, overthinking things, turning around in circles, saying, I need to find a way out of something. I got into this. It was not what I thought it was going to be. I want to leave. I want to go. but now you're stuck in a lease, or now you're stuck in a partnership. You've signed paperwork. Oh, man. The Five of Pentacles. Hopefully this does not end up in a monetary loss for some of you. You may be weighing the options and saying, especially with the Devil here, if I stay yoked to this, if I stay committed to this, I'm going to end up losing out. I'm going to end up getting the short end here. I'm going to end up screwing myself with the Seven of Swords if I don't take active action. Whatever this is here that you worked so hard to build, that you're celebrating the success of, I do see a very real concern. I'm not going to say threat, but I do see a real concern for the stability of whatever this is. It's really showing me that you may be rethinking something if you take the hasty approach to it. Think things through. The Devil. What is the Devil? What is the Devil? The Six of Cups. Okay. What is the Devil? More on the Devil, please. The Tower. That is the third tower from 3 different decks. Do I see change? I damn sure do. Am I necessarily saying that it's bad change? No, I'm not. But I'm asking you to be prepared for anything, because out of 3 decks, having the Tower come out 3 times for me is a sign. Okay? The Six of Cups. Yes, it may be someone coming back from the past. I relent. I relent. You may be saying, can I trust this person again? They left me out in the cold. Is this something that I can count on moving forward? You may also be questioning whether or not this is something that you want to commit time, effort, and energy to. The Devil does not have to be bad. But I feel like you feel the Six of Cups with the Devil, it could be a past life karmic lesson that needs to be learned. All right? The Tower. It may be a past life karmic lesson because we do have Pluto that is opposite the, is it the moon? The moon. This may be something that you've been not addressing. Again, go back and take a look at the videos that I've done that outline the astrology that we're facing. Plutonic energy is all over this. Okay? Do I think that you're going to have to deal with something that has been karmically prearranged? Yes, I do. That's all I'm going to say. How you navigate that is up to you. If this is a past life soul tie that comes in whenever you were not prepared for them, but you have a karmic bond with this person that needs to be broken, that needs to be addressed, that needs to be played out the way that it has to play out so that you can go ahead and clear that karmic slate, then it's something that you agreed to before you got here. And it is just something that has to play out. As unpleasant as it is, believe me, I went through the same exact thing, and I will never go through anything like that again. But did I learn some lessons? You damn straight I did. All right. We have the Four of Cups. It feels like at the end of this, you're a little emotionally apathetic. Do not let this kill your joy. On the flip side, on the good side, I feel like this is making peace with something. If you were able to break away from this, even if it is still lingering in your, let's say that this was a toxic person or thing in your life, and you are able to break from it, you may revisit that moment from time to time. You may question whether or not you made the right decision, letting the Tower fall. I feel like at the end of it all, you're saying, again, que sera, sera, the Four of Cups. It is what it is. I have to be okay with how this shook out. The Three of Pentacles underneath the bottom of the deck. This could be a friend group. I'm not saying that this has to, just because the Two of Cups here, so many people mistake the Two of Cups for being a romantic card. The caduceus above is it's Hermes. All right, Mercury. It's about a connection between you and your higher self, which is the mirror opposite of you, the anima and the animus. It is the highest elevation of the divine masculine and the divine feminine combined. It is so much more than that. I don't have time to get into it all. But this does not have to be a relationship. A lot of people like to read it that way. So if you choose to accept that, then, or if you prefer that, then allow it to be that. I have no problems with how if you're a reader yourself, please weigh in on that in the comments down below. I welcome your comments on as far as the Two of Cups are concerned. The Three of Pentacles. This does feel like something that you've worked with someone on. A collaboration of sorts, a friendship. 3. I'm not necessarily saying third party. Just because it's the Three of Pentacles does not always make it a third party. The Three of Cups does not make it a third party. The Three of Swords, just because it has a 3 in it, it does not indicate a third party. I'm really pushing back against the mainstream tarot definitions lately, as I get more and more into the alchemical true meanings of the Kabbalistic even meanings of the tarot. It's insane how I know that those videos get a lot of clicks and views because it is sensational. It is. But it doesn't do anything for your soul growth. We're going to start seeing that. Okay. I'm not worried. Don't be worried. That will all come out. All right. The veil of illusion on a mass scale. People are going to eventually realize, I know, I keep hearing that the love of my life is coming in, but he still hasn't arrived yet. And I've been watching your channel for 3 years. Just saying. This feels like self-mastery. This feels like something that you did master. The Eight of Pentacles, okay, mastery. The Hierophant, this is the master. It feels like you got to this place in conjunction with someone else, working in tandem on a team, a collaborative effort. This could be about you mastering something that you're putting out on display. The Knight of Pentacles, I feel like this has been a long time coming. Now, I place this however it resonates. I feel like you do have the ability to maintain this. I do feel like you have the ability to stand firm on whatever this is and not budge. But it means almost, I feel like you're dealing with a landfield of or a field of landmine towers. 3 towers. It could be 3 times that you, and we have the Three of Pentacles, 333. Take a look at that angel number, see if that resonates with you. The Knight of Wands, the Year of the Fire Horse. It tells us to move forward with purpose. It tells us to take active action, but it also warns us that if we move forward with too much haste, we could find ourselves in a situation where we create these tower moments for ourselves. And then it's up to us to get out of them. The Hierophant is Taurus and Libra energy. We have Plutonic energy out the wazoo here with 3 towers, Scorpio and Aries. It may be the simple fact that you're seeing the truth of something after so long. Neptune and Saturn in Aries, right? Plutonic energy, active at the same time. This could be on a global scale. Again, global towers. I definitely think that we will be seeing those. Does that mean that we're going to have a serious tower every single week? We could. We could. I'm not ruling that out. Does this mean that this is going to directly affect you? It may. I'm not ruling that out. I could be reading for the whole of the collective, and we're all in some way impacted by these towers. We have the star, Aquarian energy. The Hierophant, Taurus, and Libran energy. Plutonic, again, energy. Venusian energy. Knowing your worth and your value. Capricorn, here in the Devil. Libran energy. The voice of reason. I'm hearing with Justice. The voice of reason. I don't do political tarot, but if I did, just saying. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts on this. This was one hell of a wild read. The only thing that I will say is do right by yourself. Take time to think through your decisions before partnering on anything, with the Three of Pentacles out here twice as well. The Knight of Swords suggests that hasty decisions, and the Knight of Wands suggests that hasty decisions may end up putting you in a position of repeating something. The Six of Cups out here twice as well. The Tower, the Strength, and the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. You've got a lot of repeating numbers and a lot of repeating cards here, okay, guys? It almost feels like you're going to be faced with something. It could be something that you faced in the fall of 2025, dealing with the Virgo solar eclipse, that we're going to be having the Virgo lunar eclipse here at the very first week of yeah, of March. It could kick off this cascade that I'm seeing here. Just do keep that in mind. I would love to know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Someone please weigh in. I really do want to hear from the collective on this. Thank you guys so much. If you are interested in a private reading with yours truly, then take a look in the description box down below. If not, if this is where I leave you, then take care. I will see you again here soon. Make sure that you subscribe, that you like, that you do all of the things that helps me continue to make interesting videos like this one, guys. And take care.